Hi, I'm Justin Abdicator from the Detroit Red Wings, and you're watching State Champs.
State Champs is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Possible is everything. Hungry Howie's. Your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. Go to doughraiser.com for details. Van Andel Institute. Get involved at purplecommunity.org. Our friends with the UAW and Chrysler. Warrior Sports. Cross the Line. And Pirani's Hockey World. 14 Michigan locations. Go to hockeyworld.com for info.
Hi, and welcome to another edition of State Champs, presented by Lawrence Technological University. My name's Lauren Plant, joined by Stephanie Funkhauser. Regional championships took place this weekend in high school football. Got tons of highlights ahead from across the great state of Michigan.
It was also regional this week in volleyball. Our main event features two state-ranked teams from Class B who went head-to-head for the title. The Ultimate Blitz is coming up in volleyball, and we've got some dance and high kick highlights from Saginaw, too.
All right, Ryan Terpstra goes in focus this week on the amazing run the Muskegon Mona Shores football team is on, a team that made the playoffs for the first time ever last year, now considered a title contender.
Let's get this show on the road. Time for your Football Fury.
We begin with the Division I Regional Championship. Canton on the road to take on the upstart Saline Hornets. It's been 8 years since Canton last made it to the state semifinals, setting the tone early. The senior Brian Newton, 33-yard touchdown, 7-0 Chiefs. Saline has never won a regional title, never won 10 games in a season. Josh Jackson gets it to Chris Mercer, feet inbounds, 8-yard score. We were tied at 28 at halftime. Saline looking to grab the lead for the first time. Jackson hooks up with Cameron Cole. This is a 33-yard TD. Hornets led 35-28 as we made our way into the fourth. Canton tied it at 35 to start the final quarter. Saline will respond with under 8 minutes left. Jackson doing it with his legs. What a night for Jackson. 5 carries, 48 yards, and this TD on the ground. Check this stat. Saline becomes the first team from Washtenaw County to beat Canton ever. They go to the state semifinals for the first time ever. 42-35 the final.
Go. This is where we make our statement. This is where we throw them the best team.
Next, to Division 7. New Lothrop from the Flint area had a tall order ahead of them as they went on the road to take on Detroit Loyola. Going for their third straight regional championship, Loyola struck first. The senior Marvin Campbell, 14-yard touchdown. Bulldogs led 20-0 after one. New Lothrop coming in a perfect 11-0. After Loyola made it 26-7, it was time for the Hornets to make a big play. The senior Logan Van Muren on the kickoff return, taking it to the house from 90 yards out. Hornets down 26-14, but back came Loyola. It's Campbell once again, this time a 12-yard touchdown. He finished the night with 165 yards rushing, 5 touchdowns. Bulldogs led 33-20 at halftime. All Loyola the rest of the way. Nicholas Lee connects to a wide-open Anthony Frierson, 34-yard touchdown. Detroit Loyola wins its third straight regional crown, 60-26 the final. Let's go to Ryan Terpstra now for a regional on the west side of the state.
Thanks, Lauren. Grand Rapids South Christian looking to get back to Ford Field this year. Standing in their way, Whitehall. First quarter, it's South Christian quarterback John Wassink faking the handoff, keeping it over the right side himself, jukes a defender, and he is gone. 63 yards to pay dirt. Sailors jump ahead 7-0. On Whitehall's ensuing drive, Zarin Eiler throws it up for his twin Keenan Eiler. The ball bounces off his helmet and he still makes the catch. Vikings score the short touchdown and they tie things up. On South's next snap, Wassink going deep over the middle, right into the hands of Ryan Veenstra, and he will go all the way in for the 64-yard touchdown. And finally, in the second quarter, Wasink just showing off now. He slips the tackle, and yup, the future WMU Bronco is going 81 yards. South Christian wins the regional title 49-14 over Whitehall. Let's head up to the UP and Jerry Taylor.
Thanks, Ryan. The Superior Dome in Marquette was the site of a Division VII contest between the Traverse City St. Francis Gladiators and the Ishpeming Hematites. Second quarter, Ishpeming at the Gladiators' 8-yard line. Ozzie Corp marches behind his troops and in for 6 to give the Hematites a 6-0 lead. The ensuing kickoff, Joe Trucco coughs up the football. Nick Komet pounces on it for the Hematites. Ishpeming would take advantage of the turnover for another 6 points. Corp from the 2-yard line runs a whole lot farther than that to the pylon. He's in for the score. 2-point conversion good. 14-0 Hematites. Time winding down to the first half. The Gladiators needed points in a big way. Joe Coates rolls to his left, dumps it off to Jacob Klingelsmith, and he's going to find his way in for 6 to make it 14-7 Hematites at the half. To the third quarter, Ishpeming couldn't punch it in for 6, but Joseph Nault comes up with a tackle in the end zone. That's a safety. Ishpeming would hang on for the 22-13 win over the Gladiators. For the Football Fury, I'm Jerry Taylor.
All right, we've got some more exciting football regional highlights later in the show in our drive for the title. But right now, Tom Markowski is with me on set, and it's hard to believe, but we're going to announce our Final Four in our Hungry Howie's Mr. Football race next week. The leading vote getter at StateChampsNetwork.com will be automatically into the Final Four. And let me just tell you, this is the only major award in the state where your vote matters. Tom, tell them why.
Well, it's 20% of the vote for these players, the Final Four next week. And DJ Zazula, the quarterback out of Clarkston, is leading the race, and he will be one of those 4 candidates. We will choose the other 3, but it really gives that player a push into that Final Four, all those votes that he gets from his fans. DJ's having a great season as it is. He's in my Final Four anyways, but I think it just gives it an added punch for that player.
Absolutely. He'll be the people's champion. You can check out our entire selection criteria at StateChampsNetwork.com, and that is where you can vote by clicking on the Mr. Football banner on the homepage at StateChampsNetwork.com. We're going to close the vote on Thursday, November 20th at noon. The leading vote getters in. We choose the other 3. Make your vote count right now.
Hey State Champs fans, Stephanie back with you. Coming up, Muskegon Mona Shorts completely turned around their football program. Ryan Terpstra goes in focus next. Plus volleyball regionals and even dance and high kick in the Ultimate Sports Blitz. Don't you dare touch that remote.
Interesting. Look, now that the Howie Roll is ready to go for lunch, we need to assist our co-workers in making their way to Hungry Howie's. By stealing lunches. Stealing. I am inspiring. I'm motivating.
Who's the dead man?
Quick, eat this. How's that taste? Horrible.
Get a Howie Roll with a 20-ounce Pepsi for just $5. Or get a meal deal for any size budget. Now that's an idea.
Hungry?
Howie!
Before the NBA draft, Andre Drummond was labeled a project. If you're not in school and labeled a project, don't give up. Get back in the game with the Back on Track program. This free program allows students to get valuable on-site vocational training, earn a diploma online with a flexible schedule, or take 1 class at a time until you graduate. We have year-round enrollment, so it's not too late.
Don't let a label keep you down. Grab the rebound and score with the Back on Track program.
Call 855-512-3212 or go to backontrack.education for more information.
We want you. We are LTU, Lawrence Technological University, and is one of the nation's best schools for engineering, architecture, and technology. We don't want just anybody. We want students who are curious and driven, students who want to change the world through technology, science, and design. So if you believe that possible is everything, we want you at LTU.
Welcome back to State Champs. I'm Ryan Terpstra. Muskegon Mona Shores started playing football back in 1962. They made the playoffs for the first time in school history last year in 2013. This year, the Sailors are back in the playoffs and they are making a run. And the team is bringing an excited community along with them.
Everyone was waiting for it, and then and then to have the success we have this year and have the support. I talk about our kids deserving all of this. I think our community does, because they've really wanted this thing to be successful.
Today I was somewhere and it was a woman. She didn't play, but she said, I went to Shores back in the day and we never won any games, and she was like really excited about what we were doing.
I get a handful of messages like on Facebook from people from like 1980, like telling me about when they played. So I mean, the community and the alumni are really into this year.
One notable alum who has caught football fever is Detroit Red Wing Justin Abdelkader, who has taken to Twitter to express his Sailor pride and encourage the team.
I actually did see before our first playoff game. I had to retweet it. That was nice that he tweeted it since he's so famous. But I mean, it's just great that we have people like that supporting us.
For us at in Mona Shores, it's kind of new territory for us. Having the success we've had so far in the playoffs and having a chance to get to Ford Field, that's something always, the schools around the Muskegon area have been successful and have got to Ford Field and won state championships. But at Mona Shores, I think it's something new for us, and I know the town's really excited, and I'm really proud of what the team's done.
All this excitement is great for the fans, but the focus of the team is on a much bigger prize.
Last year we made the playoffs and everyone thought it was just like the biggest deal in the world, but now it's like expected to make the playoffs. And I mean, that's just the goal for us with state championship.
To the extent that they bought in has just been, what every coach could dream of, and how far they made it. They deserve it all because of the work they put in.
In Focus is presented by the Van Andel Institute. Join the Purple community today and learn how your school can fight cancer at purplecommunity.org.
This is South Christian, and here comes the Ultimate Sports Blitz.
Let's start the Blitz with the Mid-American Pom-Pom High Kick Championship at Saginaw Valley State. That's right, Pom-Pom, we cover it all. Let's start with the small varsity high kick division. South Lyon East High School solid in front of the crowd. Cougars go on to take first place. Next, to the medium high kick division. This is the Canton Pom-Pom team. Showing off the fruits of their labor, the Chiefs win the crown. Finally, to the large high kick division. Plymouth trying to capture the hardware, smooth routine. Wildcats went home with the large high kick title. Now, to a Class A volleyball regional semifinal, the Mason Bulldogs welcoming in the regional favorite Mustangs of Portage Central. Game 1 and the home team kicked things off right. The power stroke from the junior Willow Martin. Bulldogs took Game 1. Knotted up at a game apiece now, but a handful of no-doubt kills like this one from Mustang sophomore Devin Jacqua. The visitors went up 2-1. So Mason needed a big game to stay alive. They would respond emphatically. Game point here, the senior Taylor Delbridge delivers in the clutch. Mason would not relinquish control. They pull off the upset over the favored Mustangs of Portage Central in a 5-set nail-biter. We finish things up in Class B. Forest Hills Eastern facing Whitehall for the regional crown. We start in set number 3. Whitehall on the brink, but coming back, big spike by Tori Orant. The Vikings force a 4th set. Both schools were deserving of a win, but Eastern would not be denied thanks to the play of Lauren Trish, the senior. 29 kills, including back-to-back bombs to help the Hawks beat Whitehall. First regional championship in school history. Eastern will now take on Laco Desa Lakewood in Tuesday's Class B state quarterfinals. Blitz done.
Hey guys, don't forget to check out our website, statechampsnetwork.com, for all our weekly updates, articles, and scores. Stay tuned, more football regional finals are coming up right here on State Champs.
We want you. We are Lawrence Technological University, and we don't want just anybody. We want students who are curious and driven, students with a passion for hard work and good times, students who will move right in and shoot for the best that Lawrence Tech Southfield campus has to offer. So if you believe that everything is possible and that possible is everything, we want you at LTU.
My purple is defeating cancer.
My purple is my grandma.
Everyone has a reason for joining Purple Community.
My purple is fighting Parkinson's.
My purple is my mother.
because that's where the fight to end cancer, Parkinson's, and other diseases begins. When you participate in a Purple community event, 100% of your donation goes directly to research at Van Andel Institute. Get involved. Join us at purplecommunity.org.
Welcome to Pirani's Hockey World, the toy store for hockey players. They have been outfitting beginners, professionals, and teams since 1976. Pirani's has an experienced, knowledgeable staff, the largest selection, and simply the best prices. In fact, Pirani's has the best price guarantee. Now, if you can find a better price, they will beat it by 5%. Come to one of their 22 locations or log on to hockeyworld.com for amazing savings and to join the Pirani's E-Club for special offers all year long. It's always hockey season at Pirani's.
Welcome back to State Champs. I'm David Faze. If there's any takeaway from our recent Lawrence Tech updates, it's that this university is always looking for new ways to provide current and future students the opportunity to stay ahead of the curve. And just when it seems like there couldn't possibly be more camps to tell you about, well, there is. I give you the Architectural Engineering Summer Camp.
The Architectural Engineering Camp, they provide opportunities for the students to use software and design in the class. They do projects and activities where they build things. They identify the principles of architectural engineering. They bring in speakers from the outside to identify possible career paths in architectural engineering. And they do specific field trips to reinforce the learning.
One of the best things about this camp is not just that it's a hands-on experience, but it's structured around a specific goal. That way the students have a true end result in mind to which they can direct their focus.
The design challenge for the students this week was to take an existing building we have here on Lawrence Tech's campus, where our transportation program is housed, and doing an adaptive reuse for that building. We wanted them to think about doing a facelift to make it more energy efficient, to make it friendly not only for our campus here, but also for the greater community.
If that small taste of this event wasn't enough for you, well, you know what to do. Log on to ltu.edu for more information. For State Champs, I'm David Faze.
We go back to football in this week's Drive for the Title. We start with the Division II Regional. Southfield on the road to take on Wyandotte Roosevelt. This was the opening play from scrimmage. Adrian Carter breaking free, 64 yards down to the Wyandotte 1. They finished on the next play, 7-0 Blue Jays. Later in the first, senior quarterback Kanye Harris delivers to the Minnesota commit Ray Buford, 11-yard touchdown. Southfield rolling up 21-0, and it was only one quarter. Later in the contest, Harris gets it to Dior Johnson. The nice concentration. Southfield heads to the semifinals for the first time since 2008. 35-7 the final. Let's head to David Faze, who has more highlights from Division IV.
Thanks, Lauren. The Yellow Jackets of Detroit Country Day looking for a statement victory as they went on the road to the home of the Chelsea Bulldogs. The visitors would draw first blood late in the second as QB David Pohl finds fellow senior Tristan Wiegers behind the defense for a 32-yard TD reception and a 7-0 lead at the half. In the third, the Yellow Jackets would get a little separation as senior Jacob Hill intercepts this Jack Bush offering and takes it back 48 yards to the house for a 14-point lead. Detroit Country Day picks up the win on the road as they capture their second regional finals trophy in the last 3 years. 21-0 the final. Now let's head back to the west side with Ryan Terpstra.
Thanks, David. In Division 5, the defending champs, Grand Rapids West Catholic, hosted upset-minded Reed City. First quarter, West Catholic quarterback Travis Russell hits Charlie O'Connor down the sideline. He picks up a huge block from Connor Nevers, and the Falcons lead 7-0. Reed City answers right back. Andre Jones on the carry, slips through the open hole, and no one is gonna catch him. 62-yard touchdown plus the 2-point conversion puts Reed City ahead 8-7. But somehow you have to stop Travis Russell, the senior, doing it with his legs this time, bouncing off tacklers and into the end zone to take back the lead. Russell accounted for 8 total touchdowns as West Catholic rolls 56-28 over Reed City. Now let's go back to the Detroit area and we bring in Mike Gerlitis.
Thanks, Ryan. Division I Regional Final as Chippewa Valley takes on the Technicians of Detroit Cass Tech. Chip Valley in white would strike first. D'Angelo Washington goes in for the 11-yard touchdown, 7-0 Big Reds lead. Answering right back is Cass Tech. Mr. Football candidate Mike Weber busts free for the 45-yard TD. Technicians lead 28-21 as we head into halftime. More from the Michigan commit Weber in the second half. He goes up the middle and once again he's gone. 76 yards to pay dirt. Technicians up 34-21 as we head into the final quarter. Weber would put the exclamation point on this one, as this 44-yard touchdown would be the proverbial nail in the coffin. Weber's 5th TD on the day. He also added just a mere 404 yards rushing. As Detroit Cass Tech takes it 48-35 the final. They advance on to face Saline in the semis. Let's send it back to Lauren to wrap up the drive for the title.
All right, Mike. Now, Saturday's D2 tussle. Birmingham Brother Rice, 33-game win streak on the line against fellow Catholic Central Division foe Warren De La Salle. Brother Rice on the hunt for a 4th straight D2 title. First half, two Mr. Football candidates who've carried a bulk of the offensive load this season. Alex Malzone to Grant Perry, 14-0 Warriors. Last time De La Salle won a regional, it's been a while, 2009. Second quarter, signal caller Joey Garbarino rolling, slips the rush, skies a butte into the hands of Charlie Miles. Pilots trailed 14-6 at halftime. De La Salle back in the cockpit. Quick pass from Garbarino to Alan Stritzinger, down the runway, and liftoff. 72-yard score. Pilots led 20-12 after 3. In the 4th, this is Joey Ballgame looking to give a swift kick to that monkey on their back. Into the end zone, there will be a new state champ in Division 2. De La Salle beats Brother Rice 26-21. Pilots now get Southfield in the semis. That's this week's Drive for the Title.
Thanks for sticking with us here on State Champs, your home for high school sports. Next is our main event, a Class B volleyball regional. Ann Arbor Gabriel Richard takes on Chelsea. Don't go anywhere.
I got popcorn.
I love Move-It trailers.
Me too.
This winter, if you're going to die, die nasty. Fear the power of the Warrior Dynasty.
Holy
Fundraising should be fresh, flavorful, and simple. We have the perfect solution at Hungry Howie's, Dough Raiser. Your nonprofit organization can sell paper pizza certificates that your customers can redeem for one medium pizza at participating Hungry Howie's locations. Go to doughraiser.com to learn about, sign up for, and order everything Dough Raiser. Request a Dough Raiser kit for your group today. Your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. Welcome to Hungry Howie's Dough Raiser.
I'm Drew Brees, and being a dad means the world to me. And one of the most important things any parent can do is make sure their kids get active at least 60 minutes each day. Studies show that physical activity not only helps kids stay healthy, it can enhance important skills like concentration and problem solving, which can improve academic performance. This means physical activity can help your kids in the most important game of all, life.
I'm Kyle Bogenschutz of Scout.com with this week's Recruit Report. The early signing period for college basketball is underway. It ends Wednesday, November 19th. Tom Izzo and the Michigan State Spartans, they bring in a nice class. Number 12 overall in the country, headlined by Deontay Davis out of Muskegon. Number 29 overall prospect in the country, 6'10" power forward. He can shoot the three. He can also do damage inside. You go all the way to Texas. Matt McQuaid is a sharp shooting guard from that state. He's a kid who's probably the best shooter from the outside in the entire nation. Then you add a young man from Ohio, small forward Kyle Ahrens, who can shoot the three but also brings some toughness defensively. Nice class for the Spartans. Looking at your Michigan Wolverines, no commitments in that 2015 class just yet. Michigan's still evaluating some kids though. John Beilein going all the way over to Germany to take a look at Moritz Wagner. He is a young man who's 6'9", a forward who has not signed a professional contract thinking about coming to the United States to play college basketball. Also, Michigan in on the #1 overall prospect in that 2015 class in Jaylen Brown. See what happens with that. Either way, next week we'll get back to football as signing day is quickly approaching. With this week's Recruit Report, I'm Kyle Bogenschutz.
All right, thank you, Kyle. Well, you should know that it is State Champ's mission to promote all sports here in the great state of Michigan. Now, as much as we love the football playoffs, and we do, you certainly saw some great highlights earlier in the show, you also saw a little bit of volleyball. Well, we want to give volleyball a little bit more love now in our main event. We had a huge matchup, a regional championship on Thursday night, 2 of the state's top teams in Class B. What made this even more intense was the fact that these 2 teams had already played 3 times this season. Could Chelsea actually beat Ann Arbor Gabriel Richard for a 4th straight time? Let's find out. Sixth-ranked Ann Arbor Gabriel Richard looking to win their first regional title in 2 decades. Tough matchup against their nemesis, Chelsea. This regional final played out at Dundee High School. Gabriel Richard in the far court set the tone early. They were here to win. A pair of sophomores hooking up. Emma Nowak delivers to Jessie Fannin for the spike. Fighting Irish take the opener. Richard riding that momentum into the second game, and they dominated at the net. Nowak feeding to another sophomore, Journey Tipton. Blasts it for the winner. Irish rolling up a pair. But third-ranked Chelsea, who already beat the Irish 3 times this season, wasn't giving up. We had an intense third game, literally could have gone either way, but the Bulldogs' junior Emma Hess gets a second chance and drops it down. Chelsea hung in with a 31-29 Game 3 win. But there would be too much fight in the Irish on this night. Match point, the junior Emily Tansky clinches it. 4th time is the charm for Ann Arbor Gabriel Richard. They beat Chelsea 3-1. First time since 1994, they are regional champs. They'll take on Battle Creek Harper Creek in the Class B quarters on Tuesday.
That's our show for this week. Make sure you connect with us all school year long at statechampsnetwork.com. We're all over social media too, so join in on the conversation.
All right, next week, volleyball state finals from the Cereal City. Swim state finals from both the east side and the west side. Football state semifinals from, well, everywhere. Your source for the best high school sports coverage is only one place.
State Champs.
State Champs is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Possible is everything. Hungry Howie's. Your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. Go to doughrazor.com for details. Van Andel Institute. Get involved at purplecommunity.org. Our friends with the UAW and Chrysler. Warrior Sports. Cross the Line. And Pirani's Hockey World. 14 Michigan locations. Go to hockeyworld.com for info.